What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to install Eclipse, the Java IDE, to be able to code Spigot, Bukkit, any type of Minecraft plugins or mods. So what you want to do first is you want to go to eclipse.org/downloads. If you just look up Eclipse and you just click downloads, you're going to come over here and click download 64-bit if you have a 64-bit computer, of course. You can donate if you want. Obviously, I don't have money because I'm broke, so I'm not. And then you just want to get that downloaded. But while that's downloading, you also want to go to getbukkit.org. This is where you'll get like your Bukkit or Spigot, like the API of Minecraft plugins. And you want to just go here, and I'm going to be using Spigot. I advise you to use Spigot as well. Bukkit is the same as Spigot, but Spigot has way more stuff and is more stable. So I'm just going to go over here, and then I'm going to click Spigot 1.16.2.jar, and I'm just going to get that downloaded.
1 hour later.
Okay, so once you download your Eclipse IDE, once you open it, you'll see this Eclipse installer. Oh my gosh. And what you want to choose is the Eclipse IDE for Java developers. You want to click that, and you just want to click install. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to install it. But it might ask you a few questions, but then just let that install. It might take a little while, mainly because their servers aren't exceptionally fast, and your computer might not be amazingly over the top edge. I mean, mine isn't by any means as well. So it might take like 20 minutes or like 10 minutes, depending on your computer. But once that's downloaded, you want to go and get your Spigot jar file, which you downloaded. By the way, when you download it, you want to press keep. That's what it shows you on there. It asks you want to keep because if it's dangerous, and it's not dangerous. It's just that it's a jar file. Okay, so once you get it, you want to rename it, and just rename it Spigot. It doesn't matter. You're always going to remember what version it is, even when you update your thing, because you won't be using this if you're updating it constantly. And you want to stick that in its own folder for your server folder. And then you want to make a text document, and you want to put this in it. It's Java minus XMX3. Okay, so what this is it's running the Java jar, and it's using this much RAM. This is 3 gigabytes. Yeah, you can use whatever you want. Like 1 gigabyte, I'm pretty sure would be 26, and then 2 gigabytes would be 252 or something like that. But then you just want to use M at the end, and then right here is the name of your file. What I don't like is going like this and 16.1.2, because whenever you update it, you can just rename it Spigot, and you won't ever have to change this. And also with this no GUI, it sort of makes it run faster, and because it won't have a GUI always popping up. Don't think it works in the 16.2 version right now, but it usually works. So once they update it, it should be fine, and it won't show you that big GUI that takes up way more RAM. Okay, so once you close that, you just want to double click save it as a .bat file, but then double click it, and then it's gonna open up a command prompt, and it's gonna say you have to accept the EULA. You want to go in here and change this from false to true, and then you want to close it and then just run it again, and it'll install all of these things right here. Okay, so now you just got your server. We actually want to work in Eclipse. So what you want to do is you want to double click your Eclipse, or open it, however you want to do it, and then once it opens, we're going to add this Spigot .jar file into the build directory, so that we'll actually be able to code all of the plugins inside of it. And Java project. So you can name this project whatever you want. I name mine after the plugins that I make, so JP, Jump Challenge, Speed Challenge. Right now I'm just going to do Tutorial Plugin, and just click Finish, or click Enter. And then what you want to do is you want to right click the Tutorial Plugin, and you want to go Build Path, and then Configure Build Path. And you want to go into your libraries and add external jars. And then you just want to go into I have my own folder for Spigot version, so I don't have to keep on going to my server, but you want to go to your server since you already have it. You just want to open that Spigot and apply and close. And now if you go into the reference libraries, this is all of the stuff that's going to reference to Minecraft. So any info you ever want that's in Minecraft is right there. So now what you want to do is you want to go into source, and you want to create a new package, and usually you do like the name and then the name of the plugin. So I'm just going to do tut and then dot your username. You can really name it whatever you want, but that's just the easiest way to get back to it if there's a ton of errors or anything. Then inside of that, you want to make a class and name it main, and that's our main.java class. Then you want to come up here to source and src. You want to click new and file. And what you want to do is you want to do plugin.yml. All of this has to be lowercase. This is a very case sensitive one. That one, I mean, is, but not as much. Then you just want to do finish, and it's going to say this because it's not a YML editor. If you just click OK, you can still just edit this as a regular file. It's literally just a text document. So now if you want to go back to your main class, you want to go right here above here, and you want to do extends Java plugin. And I press Control space, and it'll show me the things I want to import. For that, there was only one option, so it automatically imported it right there. And then what you want to do is you want to go down here, and you go @override, and then public void on enable. And then you want to copy that, or you can just retype it all, and change this to on disable. And what this is going to do right here is whenever it runs the plugin in the console of your server, it's going to show you, hey, or like do whatever's in here every time you start it. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go sys out, and then press Control space, and it's going to do this. You could just type system.out.println, but this is just faster. And then what you want to do right here is you want to go tutorial plugin enabled. And then you want to just copy this, stick this over there. Oops. Stick that over there. And change it to disabled. This is just going to show you and say it in the command prompt that, hey, it is enabled, or hey, it's disabled. Okay, so once that's all done, you want to go to your plugin.yml. Sorry for the lightning, guys. It's thundering at my house. Sorry, right now. Which one you want to do is you want to go to plugin YML, and you want to do name, main, author, and version. So for name, you just want to do the name of your plugin. So I'm going to do tut plugin. For the main, this is your main class, and it's very case sensitive. So we have tut.snize right here, and then we have .main. And you don't want to do .java because it already is just going to find whatever the name of main is. And that's the only main, so it's not going to have any error. But you just do that, and that'll work. And then your author, so I'm snize, so I'll just do that. And then the version is 0.1. You can put this version to whatever you want. You can put the author to whatever you want. You can put the name. This is the only thing that matters. It just has to be the directory to your main file, your main.java. And so now, if we export this by clicking our project, we right-click it and go export jar file, and then we want to go into our plugin and just do tut plugin, or whatever your name is. Then you need to uncheck these are so like if you ever publish this plugin, no one can like get back information from it, so they can't decompile it. So if that ever says errors, just press enter through it. Nothing's gonna happen. Not errors, warnings. If there's ever warnings whenever that happens, just click enter. Most of the time it's just going to be you made an integer or something and it's not being used, so oops. Okay, that didn't even work. But like it's just going to be like unused libraries or unused things that are sort of taking up space, which don't really matter. So what you want to do now is you want to go into your server and just double click the run and just wait for it to open. Okay, and once your server is up and running, now if you go through, it's sort of going to be near the bottom. And if we go right around here, this is tut plugin, and it said enabled tut plugin 1. Now that means that the server was enabling it. Now if we go here, tutorial plugin enabled, what we just said right there. Now if we go stop and we close it, you'll see, just one second, tutorial plugin disabled. So now we know that our plugin is working. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to be having upcoming videos about making plugins that other YouTubers have used in their challenge videos. So that's going to be fun. I hope I see you guys in the next video, and ta-ta!